Vladamin, the wicked king, set out on his journey to find the pit of needles with a sense of eagerness and greed. He was determined to obtain the immense power that the sage had promised. However, when he awoke after lying in the pit of needles, he was not the just and loving ruler that he had hoped to become. Instead, the needles had only intensified his cruel and ruthless nature. Vladamin returned to his kingdom with a newfound sense of power and domination. He ruled with an even firmer grip, and his army of soldiers grew even more fearsome. The people of the kingdom lived in a constant state of terror, and many of them fled to other lands to escape Vladamin's tyranny. But there were still some brave souls who refused to leave their home. They banded together and formed a resistance, determined to overthrow Vladamin and restore peace to the land. They waged a long and difficult battle against Vladamin's army, and finally, after many sacrifices and struggles, they emerged victorious. Vladamin was defeated, and the people of the kingdom were finally free from his tyranny. However, the story of the Pit of Needles remained a cautionary tale, warning of the dangers of seeking power without considering the consequences. The people learned that true strength and wisdom come not from the power to dominate others, but from the courage to stand up for what is right and to lead with kindness and compassion. Years passed, and the kingdom flourished under the just rule of the new king. But, one day, rumors began to spread that Vladamin had returned. Some said that he had been hiding in the shadows, gathering his strength, waiting for the right moment to strike. Others whispered that he had somehow cheated death and was back to reclaim his throne. The people of the kingdom were once again filled with fear, and the new king knew that he had to take action. He gathered his army and set out to confront Vladamin and end his reign of terror once and for all. When they finally met on the battlefield, Vladamin was stronger and more ruthless than ever before. But the new king was not alone. He was surrounded by a band of brave warriors, each one determined to fight for what was right. The battle was long and grueling, but in the end, the forces of good triumphed over evil. Vladamin was defeated, and the people of the kingdom breathed a sigh of relief. This time, they made sure that he could never return. The new king ordered that Vladamin be locked away in a deep, dark dungeon, where he would spend the rest of his days. And so, the story of Vladamin and the Pit of Needles came to a close. The people of the kingdom learned that true strength and wisdom come not from the power to dominate others, but from the courage to stand up for what is right and to lead with kindness and compassion. They also learned that true peace can only be achieved by facing and defeating one's enemies, no matter how powerful they may seem. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribe to be notified of freshly baked, frightfully generic stories.